Hello, Pisceans, my wonderful Pisces. This is your reading for June 14th to the 20th. I upload sun sign readings every week on Monday, and so this is your reading for this week. And if you could like and subscribe the video if you like it. If you like it, this helps with kind of spreading the word out and building up this community of spiritual ascension readings that I'm doing right now. And if you subscribe, this also helps you and gets you notifications when I upload my next reading, okay? So right now we're going to go into, just like last week, we're going to go ahead and do your love reading. And love is just matters of the heart. And then we are also going to do your career reading. Okay? So let's look here. And we are doing a reading for Pisces between the week of June 14th and June 20th. Look at Pisces, June 14th to June 20th. See what we get here. And this is for love, matters of the heart. What does Spirit have to say? Matters of the heart for Pisces. So we have strength upside down. We're gonna pull this all out here. Okay. Pisces, we got some people here. Okay, Pisces. So we have on the basis of this strength upside down. So what I'm kind of getting the feeling of, it's not a feeling, it's a question that I want to ask you. Are you operating from a place of strength when it comes to matters of your heart? Are you operating with that strength that you have? This is a question that you need to ask yourself. Keep that question in mind as we go on with the reading, okay? So for your immediate advice, you have the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups talks about kind of solitude. Something is trying to be handed to you. But usually, in a traditional deck, I would say that the Four of Cups, it would be something where, somebody wallowing over the past, but they have something being handed to them from the divine or from the universe, right? And they're not seeing it. But what I actually see is somebody who is completely in their element. She's meditating here. She's not necessarily sad or anything. She's just in her inner world. She's in her mind. She's in her spirit. But she's not in the physical. And the thing with that is, when you're not in the physical, we live in a physical life. Okay? We live in a physical life. We have physical needs. We have physical wants. This is a part of the journey that we're in. We cannot always be in the spiritual world when it comes to living our life. And so this is kind of like a little bit of an advice here, okay, from the Spirit. Don't be so closed off and in your own little world that you can't see a gift walking by, okay? In your recent past, we have here the Six of Pentacles. This also came up for the Cancer. I don't think it came up for the recent past. I think it came up as the ultimate, advice for Cancer. But you have the Six of Pentacles here, okay? And that's talking about in the recent past, you kind of went through a phase where you learned how much to give of yourself. You're a giving natured person. You kind of had to learn how to give, how to not give. And you kind of like, life goes through like a pendulum. You know what I mean? One second you're giving too much. So then you try and even that out. But then you're over here on the pendulum. You're on the other side of the card and you're not giving enough. You changed your whole self. You had to come into balance. Okay? You had to come into balance with that. Okay. Then we're bringing into the present. And in the present, we have the Two of Pentacles. So you're balancing a lot right now. You're going through a lot in your mind right now. I'm thinking that in your love life, there's some stability. And during this week, I even think, because as we're kind of getting in the future here, you have the Goddess of Cups in for your near future, and then you also have the Goddess of Pentacles for your near future. Near future. So I'm going to go ahead and pull another card because these are 2 court cards, and I always pull extra cards for court cards. But let's take a look here so that we can get a little bit more in detail. What is the Goddess of Cups saying? Okay, Wheel of Fortune. So there's somebody coming into your life that is really close in your heart in the near future, if they're not already there. And they're bringing a Wheel of Fortune for you. This is somebody with a water energy. Goddess of Cups is usually a Cancerian energy, but it could be also Pisces and Scorpio or strong water in their chart. And they're bringing in a Wheel of Fortune for you, okay? The only thing is there's that God of Wands underneath there that kind of messes me up. The Goddess of Cups could also be you, Pisces, okay? And you could be having this Wheel of Fortune, but on the basis of that is that God of Wands. So somebody who's really about themselves, okay? Dishonest person. Basically, I'm just going to say it's somebody who's not worth your time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Goddess of Pentacles. What is the Goddess of Pentacles saying? Okay. So we have the Daughter of Swords on the bottom. You're getting a lot of this. It's a lot of people involved in your love life right now, Pisces, in this week. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So this is the ultimate result. This is anxiety. This is what the Goddess of Pentacles is saying. So we're gonna look into the second row to go ahead and see what this is all about. Because this is a lot. And this isn't like a lot, but it's not very cut and dry right now when it comes to things that are of the matters of your heart right now. You have a lot weighing down on your heart, and I think that we talked about this last week. Is that you have a lot on your heart, you have a lot that you're carrying, you have a lot of burdens that you have, and you need to start shedding some of those burdens. Each burden that you shed, you will have a reward from the universe for, because each burden is not going to be necessarily too easy. So, in the second row, we have the Magician upside down. That's again talking about that Four of Cups energy. You're not directing your energy towards anything. You have all of this energy, all of this strength, all of this wisdom, but you are not directing it towards anything. And so it's just kind of sitting in you collecting dust. And that's kind of making it useless. In the recent past, you had to use your intuition. You had the High Priestess here, beautiful energy. You had to use your intuition to go ahead and start balancing out kind of your giving nature, right? you have to balance out your waters. Pisces is river water, is represented by the river water. And so the river is always flowing, and it keeps itself clean, and it lets everybody drink. But some people that you let drink is going to poison your river. So you have to use your intuition. You had to use it. And I will say, I think that you really succeeded in it. But sometimes, even though you make the right decision, sometimes the right decision can be a hard thing to do, because the right decision can break your heart. And that's where we come in the present. We have the Fool upside down. We have a lot of major arcanas here, too. A lot of major arcanas here. And so you have the Fool upside down, along with the Two of Pentacles here. And so I'm feeling that you are feeling a little afraid. Sometimes when you see that there's somebody amongst your midst that is untrustworthy, you start getting a little bit of anxiety. Like, who else is untrustworthy? I want you to trust your intuition, that your intuition is making the right decisions for you. And as long as you go with your intuition, you're going to be fine. You can still be yourself in life. You can still be yourself with how you deal with people. Don't change you. Just listen. Okay? So in the near future, you have the Nine of Pentacles upside down. Okay. So you have cut off, remember when at the bottom of the deck was the God of Wands, which is the King of Wands in the normal tarot, right? This is a person that you cut off. This has been hard. This person has, you know, when you have the King of Wands or the God of Wands upside down, it's a person who's really passionate, but they're also selfish. And so then you get a person that is passionate about what they need without any consideration for other people. This is the type of person that you had to cut off. And you did it. And it's a congratulations. Truly, a congratulations. It wasn't very easy for you to do that. And I can see that, but there's a Wheel of Fortune here for you. Okay? You're the Goddess of Cups here. There's a Wheel of Fortune in it for you. There's happiness, right? There's a fulfillment. There's a completion because of it. You turned your own wheel to success by releasing unnecessary baggage, which was that God of Wands. It could be a fire energy person, Aries, Sag, Leo, or somebody just in that energy. You know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and look into, in the future, you also have the Ace of Pentacles. So on one hand, you have the Goddess of Pentacles. And I believe that's actually you in energy. Somebody who's stable. But in your mind, you are going through anxiety. Because as you reach this Ace of Pentacles, which is this new stable beginning, it's that money coming in, right? It's that success coming in, right? You're starting to get some anxiety because as you reach to a higher level, you start getting anxiety about other people that are around you. Is this person going to betray me? Is that person going to betray me? You know what they say is lonely at the top, right? But you're operating too much in your mind when it comes to your fear. That's the only thing. You need to calm your mind down and connect with your intuition. You trusted your intuition to steer you away from what was not good. Right? Sorry, that's my dogs. You trusted your intuition to steer you away from what was not good for you. Correct? So, your intuition was right. Correct? So now you need to move forward with that intuition and let go of that anxiety there. Because that anxiety is all in your head. But your head is not smarter than your intuition, because your intuition is your spirit. So, release that burden from your mind and give it to your spirit, because your spirit already has it. Give it to where it needs to be, your spirit, and follow your spirit. Don't try and think too much when it comes to somebody's, actions. Let your spirit tell you. Feel it out. You are a feeling sign. You are an empath. You are a water sign. You operate in your emotions. Let your emotions talk to you when it comes to this. Okay? Let your emotions tell you when something is working out or when something is not working out. If you get a bing, 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 okay, look into it. If somebody rubs you the wrong way, that's your intuition saying, okay, bye. We need to get away. I don't like this energy. I don't like this connection. I don't like it at all. Let's move on. And move on. And leave it at that. Keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. And don't feel bad about it either, because it's ultimately for your own greatness. I don't necessarily want to leave. I don't necessarily want to leave this ultimate result at this with anxiety. So I am gonna pull another. Card just so we can look at this character right here with the Nine of Swords. I kind of want to look a little bit deeper into this. Nine of Swords. What does Nine of Swords say? Okay, so you see we have the Ten of Swords up here. Again, at the basis, you're kind of being feared of being stabbed in the back. This Goddess of Pentacles could also be somebody coming towards you with the Earthian element that you're not trusting. And then you have the Eight of Wands here. So messages not coming in. Is it messages coming in because you're anxious? Because this person here, the Goddess of Pentacles, has that Ace of Pentacles right there. Has a new abundant beginning, has stability. Is it a fear of commitment? You need to look into these things. What is your fear with this ultimate outcome? Because ultimate outcome, it's good. Even in your near future, you're good. You're just a little sad because you lost a friend who wasn't really a friend, right? But other than that, you're good. You're fine. So what I would take for this in your love life for this week, remember we're in Mercury retrograde, so we're all planning, and then Mercury retrograde is a time to go back, right? Whenever a planet goes retrograde, it appears like it's going backwards. So you're going over things that have already happened. This is a good time to heal. This is a good time to evaluate yourself and your anxiety when it comes to love and moving on. Stability in life. Things that have to deal with your heart especially. This is a good time to go ahead and process all that. That is my main advice to you when it comes to love. We're going to go ahead and close this out and look into career, okay? Okay, so we're going to look into career for Pisces for the week of June 14th to June 20th. And we're going to look into career, money, finances, all of that. Okay. So we got a lot going on when it comes to your headspace right now. We have the King of Swords at the base of this, and he's upside down. Okay. Um, the King of Swords is all about he's representative of a person that is very, mental, kind of makes decisions mentally, not emotionally. When it comes to your money, this might not be a bad thing, but because he's upside down, you may be a little. Are you walking in a persona right now where you are kind of hard, a little harder than what you really are by nature? Um, like if somebody said that you were a water sign, somebody would be surprised because you're feeling a little cold right now. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this card here. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the spread and everything. And then we also have the Queen of Swords here. So she kind of came up on the side. You're very much operating from a mental standpoint when it comes to your money. We're definitely gonna take a look at here because this is actually pretty good this week, because this week you should be getting a lot of options coming to you, so a lot of pathways coming to you. When it comes to your finances, you should be open enough. If you have a business, especially, this is a good time to kind of see on where you want to take your business. Okay. In your job, this is a good week to kind of determine where you want to go with your job. Do you want to stay with your job? If you're going to stay with your job, do you want to be a manager? Do you want to, move up? Where is your end goal with your job? These are things that you do need to think about. Because in the recent past, it hasn't been bad, but you've been going with the flow. That's not a bad thing. This is good. You have the Fool right side up. This is good. You've been going with the flow of the universe. This is what the Fool does. The Fool goes with the flow of the universe, and they kind of they follow their path that way, which means they're always on the right path, no matter what other people say or what other people think or what other people, other people's opinions. They're on the right path. So now you have the Knight of Swords upside down in your present. And we're going to take another card for that because it is a court card that's in the spread. So what does the Knight of Swords say? Okay. Again, we have that Nine of Swords card coming up. So this has to deal with anxiety again. And then we have the Ten of Wands upside down. So there's still some burdens that need to be let go of. You're so close. You have financial abundance coming to you. And this week, the universe is really wanting you to focus on letting go of some more burdens and being able to identify those burdens, especially when it comes to your finances. Is there something financial that you are holding on to that is a big burden on you? You need to start making a plan for it to let go. So it could be, because I'm seeing a whole bunch of court cards, are you helping out family? Are you helping out friends financially? Are you, kind of stretching yourself out a little thin? You kind of need to come back together to yourself and help yourself and focus on yourself a little bit. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. In the near future, you have the Five of Pentacles. So this is feeling left out. Okay, this is feeling left out. And of course, that might happen if you are going ahead and you are helping other people and you are helping, you kind of spreading out your finances too much. And I'm feeling that definitely with a group of you financially, most definitely, where you are kind of a little too much spreading yourself out. You're going to be thin. And when you start kind of scaling back, you are going to feel a little lonely. So this is either you scale back and you're going to feel a little lonely, or you're not going to fail back and you're going to lose some of your pentacles, and it's going to delay your progress, because the pentacles that you have right now are given to you by the universe to push yourself forward. It's not necessarily to help everybody at this point in time, and that's something that you need to be thinking about. But this whole thing, when you scale back, or if you keep doing it and then you don't have enough money to proceed, the people that you are helping right now, or whatever you are helping, are going to fall back from you, right? They're going to fall back from you, and it's going to cause a lot of heartache for you. Gosh, I hate to say this, Pisces, but this is what the cards are saying. It's going to be hard. It is. It's going to be hard. So I'm going to pull out another card for the Five of Pentacles. But like I said, I don't want to leave it at that point. So I'm going to pull some more cards. Let's see. What does the Five of Pentacles say? Decisions. The basis of it is Two of Swords. Making decisions. You either choose to keep going with it, and you choose to keep helping people, and you lose your money, or you choose to cut it off, and you keep your money, and you push yourself and your ideas forward. But either way, the near future is the same. You're going towards the same thing. What you need to be looking at is, when you are in this energy and in this near future this week, how is it that you want to come to it? Because you also have the Ace of Wands. And during this time of aloneness, when you're feeling sad and you're feeling alone, the universe brings you, boop, just like that, another beginning. That's what it wants. It's so interesting, because when the universe is trying to work with you, the universe is trying to work with you. Not with everybody else. With you. Okay? We're going to pull another card for this Three of Swords here, because I don't want to leave it at that point either. I want a little bit more explanation here. What is the Three of Swords saying? Ooh, that'll miss. Okay. What does the Three of Swords say? So, even though you have all this heartbreak, the basis of this is the Hangman upside down. So, things are moving forward. I am always somebody who is working on learning patience. So when I see the Hangman upside down, I'm always like, yes, that means I don't have to wait. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, the ultimate result. Even though your heart is going to be aching, your finances is going to be just fine. That's beautiful. Your finances are going to do great. That's nice. You're almost to 10 of Pentacles here. You're going to do fine. All of this is necessary for the future. Okay? So I hope that this helps with the finances. We're going to go ahead and look into the animal spirits. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look into the animal spirits, and we are going to pull 3 cards from the animal spirit deck for this week. I need 3 animal spirits for Pisces for this week. Okay. You have the sea serpent. You have the elephant. And you have the camel. This is very cool. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and look into the sea serpent. Healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. Beautiful. That's again going over kind of that emotional piece that we're going in. You're going through a test of your emotions, right? So where it might be for some people cutting people off that aren't good for their, finances and everything, even though they care about them, may not be a challenge for them. It is going to be a challenge for you. And you got to be gentle with yourself. Okay? This is part of self-love. You have to be gentle with yourself. You have to love yourself through all of this. Don't be harder on yourself than you would be to somebody else in your situation. This is a big thing. This is a big lesson with self-love, is loving yourself as much or more as you would love somebody else who's not you. Now, your second one is elephant, unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. When in balance, one pointed focus, generous, loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate. To bring into balance is trust. And I'm going to add trusting your intuition. Lastly, we have the camel. Resourceful, independent, knows oneself. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease, even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger. The camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. When in balance, calm, content, sparkle an eye. When out of balance, dehydrated and lacks vitality. To bring into balance, a pilgrimage. Okay, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Give me 1 second. So that's some beautiful energy there. I hope that really helps you during this week. Again, I'll be uploading another video next Monday, and I'll also be uploading, let's see, so this Monday I'm uploading water signs and fire signs, sun signs. So next week I'm also going to be adding either air or earth, and then the next week I'll be adding the last element into my weekly readings. Again, if you can like and subscribe, like makes me know that I did a good job. keeps me motivated to keep doing this every week. And it also builds the community. It makes it so that the video can pop up more for other people that are looking for readings, and they can also join the community with us. And then also, if you could subscribe, and that'll make sure that you always get a notification for the next reading that will pop up. I said this in the Cancer reading. Pretty soon I will be doing moon sign readings and readings moon for the moon cycles. And when it comes to your moon sign, you would have to look at your birth chart to see when you were born, and your moon sign has to deal with your emotional piece and everything. And I would definitely love, especially with you Pisces, you're already emotional in your sun, and your sun represents your ego. I would like for you guys to definitely look over and figure out what your moon sign is. So next month in July, when I start doing the moon sign readings, you can also look on to things on that emotional standpoint, and that'll kind of be a guide to emotional healing. A little bit will we get more into detail when it comes to that. But other than that, it was so good. It was a pleasure to do your guys' reading once again. This is reading number 2 for Pisces. And I hope to see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.